Chargers and Chiefs met down in Southern California in what would come to be known as the first Super Bowl. But now, at modern Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, we are counting down to Super Bowl 60. And we've got a great matchup in store. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. As it will be the AFC champion New England Patriots taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, offense, these guys are black for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. I mean, harking back to Dan Marino, another superstar made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
Ball under 32. It's 2nd and 2. May now off the bootleg. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down is May. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll check this down to Henderson out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Throwing here is May. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. To throw, it's May. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down, here's the option. The keeper gets him 7 that time, and it'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Andy Borregala is on for the Patriots field goal. A 45-yard.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He completes this to Walker. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they use your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy sideline, right?
Sammy sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport state. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. First and 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Back to Walker on first down. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Here goes, set.
Faking the give. Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Touchdown! Jackson Smith and Jigba from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Henderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw. May. They set up the screen for Henderson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll throw with May. Looking outside, and he's got a man. That's Henderson. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So on fourth down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. Pulled in at the 24. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off of play action, Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 1st down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start on the ground with Henderson. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Got a man. It's Keyshawn Boutte. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
New England.
To the air, May. Got his man. And he lost the football. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a foul recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there.
Kickoff for Seattle.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 54 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Aaron Silver from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Looking to put a drive together. Here's May. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. May going to give it to Henderson. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They run once more with Henderson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
21 yards. First down, Patriots.
From the shotgun, May with it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle, perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Here's Darnold. Smith-Njigba hauling it in on the out route. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw, Darnold. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now Darnold. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Open man right side is cut complete. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Here's a 2nd and 8. Darnold. Open man is Barner, the tight end. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. First and goal at the 3-yard
Play action. It's Darnold. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. Extra point up and through by Myers. And a rout is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And able to get this out to the 25. New England's offense set to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From the gun, it's May. Gets this complete to Boutte. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Throwing here is May. And this time will be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Go, lady. Go, lady. Go, lady. Lady. It's set.
Here's Darnold. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now it's Darnold. And complete to Smith and Jigba. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Set. Yellow 80. Yellow 80. Yellow 80.
Darnold now to throw. Smith and Jigba with the grab. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
We're going to start. Red 80. Red 80. Yellow 80. Red 80. We're going yellow 80.
Throwing again is Darnold. They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
25-yard line.
Second down and a little more.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. First and goal.
So 2 corners in the books here in Santa Clara. The Super Bowl 60 halftime straight ahead with Scott Hanson.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scotty, thank you as always. Well, likely 2 very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. These 2 teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the 4th quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Milton Williams there on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 18. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He'll drop to throw. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
At the 9-yard line.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
For a Seahawks, first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And for a Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll throw with May. He'll try and do this himself. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st down, it's Henderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To the air, May. He finds Douglas complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Douglas, the man in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's May. Throw left side complete. That's Douglas. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker in the Seattle offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off of play action, Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Set.
Here's Darnold. Open man right side is cut, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 43. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw, Darnold. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him now. A big part of why they lead in this Super Bowl.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, or what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. 2nd down and 8.
Here we go, set. Set.
Darnold. Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go, set. That way. Red 80. Red 80.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. We kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now Darnold. Working for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line.
To the air again, Darnold. To the goal line, but it's It's incomplete.
That's my
CD,
fault.
they're up big, but they're
That's
still
my fault.
passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Looking to put a drive together. He finds his man, complete. It's Douglas.
Oh, wow.
And all the way down to the 35. Wow. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. To throw, it's May. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
The 26-yard line.
Here's May. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And Darnold's going to change the play. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 29-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Darnold. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take. Remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the gun, it's Walker. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And Darnold wants to throw the football. Smith and Jigba to the ground. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be... And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And it's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They go play action now. May. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell ready to present the Lombardi Trophy to the Seattle Seahawks. They are your Super Bowl 60 champions. So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the hardworking men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying good night from Santa Clara.